I'm always looking for days where you know you're going to be able to surf alone, and on these kind of ostensibly blown out days, this is when I often find I have my best sessions, because nobody's surfing because it's onshore, but meanwhile we're out there and we're getting all the air sections, little tubes. Anyway, I won't talk it up too much because maybe that won't happen. But hey, check out my zinc.
What happened?
I thought I was so smart. And it turns out the waves suck, so we're going somewhere else. Smash cut, somewhere else. Well, that was crazy. It started off as like a messy kind of rippy rip bowl, and now it's like a lined up super bank. But that was just so much fun. I'm so tired though from all that paddling. Look at it. Bonjour. Est-ce que je peux avoir deux jésuites et deux chocolatines, s'il vous plaît?
7,80 s'il vous plaît.
Merci, par carte, s'il vous plaît. Il fait beau aujourd'hui, non? There's something about the pastries in France. I wouldn't have all this at home, but here with the properly fermented sourdough technique, I feel pretty fine on this food. and I feel like I'm earning it with all the surfing we're doing. Well, I mean, it was a big effort to get here. I thought we'd be paid off with an empty lineup. Not quite, but it does look like a relatively easy lineup and lots of waves, so that's always good. I'm just deciding, I reckon I'm going to take the mid-length out now, and then once the tide turns, I might change to the shortboard. Yeah, it looks really fun though.
I know surfing is an incredibly different sport to most others, just in the respect that, like for example, it must have been like about 12 years ago, I borrowed a Gracie longboard out of the showroom at the time because it was small but perfect, and I just wanted to keep surfing because I saw that there was a swell coming, and it was in spring where you start losing your fitness, and I took this longboard down, and there was like two people out, and I got like 10 like incredible waves on this longboard, and I'd never done longboarding before. And being able to position myself on the board and then having this wave that went so long and the trim it got me, I came in like just really buzzed.
Yeah.
And I remember I sent a message to one of my friends that came, Mick, and I said, "Oh man, I'm just going to get in." He didn't reply to me. I could feel his. Since then, he's become a champion SUP. He's a really good kite surfer. He's a really good foiler and everything. But I remember at the time thinking he's just over me because I'm I'm giving up. But it's not a case of giving up, as opposed to there's so many different experiences we can have in surfing.
Yeah.
Not just different waves, but different boards, that it seems like it's like limitless.
Yeah, I feel I was working with someone, and I can't remember, but you know how when you're working with someone, you're looking for different ways to help the information land with them. So I was going through like a catalog of different terminologies and different vernacular, and we landed on, because this person was, you know, quite spiritual, we landed on like there are more masculine surfs and pursuits in surfing, and then there are more feminine surfs and pursuits. And for me, um, when I'm surfing the mid length on a 2 foot day and it's really fun, it becomes more of a feminine kind of dance and play. And you know, you're in that zone of, oh, it feels creative and it's like just this beautiful flow, and you can get this incredible experience where you're just, you know, feeling electrified but in a different way. And then there's that more masculine, I think, energy and expression where it's like, I'm going to beat up the waves today. I'm going to go and try and tear this thing to pieces to achieve this different satisfaction. Where it's like you know, it's like going to the gym and lifting really heavy, like a dead weight, sorry, a deadlift really heavy, and going, fuck, that feels amazing when I do that. So I that's how we sort of blocked it out, and I felt that actually kind of started to make sense for me as well. Yeah, it's limitless. You can find anything you're looking for. You can find in the surf.
Yeah, you travel quite a lot and are probably in the experience where you surf with you on your own quite a lot. And does that change your experience in the surf as well with the people you're around?
Yeah, for sure. It's so different to being at home, and I'm the same. I love surfing with one or two mates. But even like Daz and I went surfing the other day, and you see each other for 1 or 2 minutes, and then the crowd gets in the way. It's so different to surfing at home, where you on a structured reef break, you're going to be sitting right next to your friend or your brother, and you're going to be chatting the whole time in between waves. But no, I'm lucky in that I know people wherever I go. I've sort of built this extended global family, which is really nice. And then these days, which is still quite perplexing to me, is I always seem to be approached by someone who watches the content and whatever and wants to come up and chat. So I end up having a chat with a local of some kind wherever I go, which is super nice. So yeah, but it's different, right? Again, if you are surfing on your own, especially if I'm filming as well, it adds in that. I wouldn't say it takes away from the experience, but it adds in a work style, checking the box kind of element to it. But I think you need to salt with the opposite of that, which is just this free, playful, no goals, no outcomes desired kind of surf as well.